How to tackle one of the most difficult transformation companies have to make nowadays? In context behavior change. Meet Steve, the CEO of New Bottles Inc. Steve might just as easily be a COO, CFO, or any other operational director. Steve and his team have created a strategic plan to face upcoming challenges. For the plan to be implemented successfully, employees will be the critical success factor. They have to be brought on board. This is why the whole issue also concerns Tom, the HR manager. He immediately remembers Krauthammer. Tom says we can only do this well once and need to touch the hearts and minds of people. Tom is often talking with big and positive words, so Steve challenges him to provide some more details about how Krauthammer can work with New Bottles Inc. Krauthammer can permanently anchor the company strategy in the company culture, in particular with the employees' behavior and attitude, using workshops, training and coaching on and off the job and helping them succeed. Steve decides to invite the team with Krauthammer experts. This first workshop was straightforward, inspiring and challenging. The result? A plan with clear milestones, a selection of best practices and pragmatic KISS tools for daily use. Engagement and buy-in of the key stakeholders is stimulated via collective kick-off meetings and individual one-to-one discussions between managers and future attendees. Now we are ready for a phased, blended learning approach to secure a real change and coaching on the job to anchor new behaviors. This is why the training courses continue by themselves after the coaching phase in the company. Steve realizes that this whole project would take from 2 months to 2 years and affect all employees worldwide. Krauthammer is located on 5 continents and has its own university to secure a consistent program rollout worldwide. At Krauthammer University, Steve and Tom meet and exchange with a selected team of trainers and coaches, all of them inspiring, pragmatists and business people with a high level of EQ. Tom expressed it well. "I feel like I have been in the gym. Hard work, a lot of sweat, but feeling oh so fit to face the challenges of tomorrow." 2 years later, Steve's strategy has been accepted both in the company generally and by all of his employees. Everyone's pulling together. Ultimately, this has led to permanent growth and has improved the company's position in the market. In a nutshell, national and international cooperations work with Krauthammer when their people, especially the multipliers, need to reach a new quality level or need to adapt their style to a new strategic, operational or cultural direction. In context behavior change. Krauthammer. Under the skin, KISS tools, lasting performance improvement.
You have to like people. You cannot work what you are doing. If you don't like people, don't do this training work. You understand? You really have to like people to make a happy customer. That's a goal. To make a happy customer, that's all. Company go on with a second and with a third. And when the company are really successful, with a lot of happy customers, who are what? Ambassadors. But these companies only survive with new ideas, with new products. You have 10 people around the table, 10, yeah? And everybody of the same has another vision, yeah? And you cannot work something if everybody has another vision. It's not possible. So what do you have to do? Number one, always, you make a definition of the same. And everybody of the 10 people around has to say, okay, I agree. To move people in a positive way in the future. That's all. And how can you move people? Only with one thing, one tool. Only tool to move people is open-ended questions. That's all. You have to move people only with open-ended questions. That's the whole thing, what you have to learn. And if you know this, you know everything. And all the best leadership I know in the world, from Nestle to Roche to Novartis and all the big, they learned with me only one thing, to move people with open-ended questions. And the question has to be has to be prepared, if possible, yeah? And so you can move a whole company with 10 people or 1,000 or 10,000 people. That's the only thing what you have to learn, people. What is knowledge? Knowledge is to go on, to read, three things. To read, to listen, and to see. You understand? This is the most important thing in our life. You change inside the emotion. You change, you said, okay, he's always very nice dressed, he put good questions, he's, and so on and so on. But you have to find the tenor. You have to go in with a positive point. Begin everything with something nice. Tell everybody something nice. And this you have to learn, because nobody is doing this. You have to be different from the other one. This was my goal. Krauthammer, our word was international. Krauthammer has to be different from all the other training companies. Uniqueness is the most important thing. Huh? You have to be unique. What I told you before, you have to be different from the other one. And uniqueness begins, your number one is the mission. What is your mission? You have 4 points. You have the mission, you have the competence, you have the values, and to survive, you have to have uniqueness. When you are a CEO and an employee is coming to your office, yeah, he has a monkey here. You know this? Yeah. And what he try? To put the monkey to you. We have one definition of communication. To understand the situation of the other one. That's all. We spoke about communication, huh? And communication is the most important thing, huh? in our whole life. Because we have to learn to understand the situation. To understand and not to accept. The only tool for your emotional life is the question, what makes me happy? What is perhaps the most important thing to be happy? To make somebody else happy. This is life.